All right, listen up. If you're an artist in Kenya and you're trying to figure out how to actually get your music heard, and more importantly, how to get paid, then you're in the right place. We're about to break down a practical, street-tested playbook made specifically for the Kenyan music scene. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's just start with something that might blow your mind. The number one rule? Forget everything you think you know about Instagram hype. When it comes to making actual cash in Kenya, WhatsApp is king. And believe me, that's just the first of many secrets we're going to unpack today.
So what is this Kenyan music code? It's a system, and it's laser-focused on just two things. First, getting Kenyan listeners to actually genuinely care about you and your music. And second, turning all that attention into real, actual income. We're not talking about vanity metrics or getting likes. We're talking about building a real, sustainable career. Now, before you even think about hitting the studio, this is probably the most important step. Strategy comes before sound. In the crowded Kenyan market, trying to be a versatile artist who does a bit of everything, well, that's a recipe for getting completely lost in the noise. You have to find your lane, and you have to own it. And this is what that choice looks like. Are you going to be the high-energy Gengatone star? Or maybe Afropop is more your vibe? The point is, you got to choose a path. And hey, don't sleep on gospel. It's a seriously profitable lane. The market rewards clarity, so you got to pick one and go all in. Now, this part is fascinating. The language you use isn't just an artistic choice, it's a core business decision. Look, it's pretty clear. You want to reach the masses, the youth, the streets, you use Sheng and Swahili. English, on the other hand, puts you in a different lane, a more niche, sometimes more global audience. It's all about knowing who you're talking to from day one.
So you have to tie it all together into one super clear sentence. Just look at this example. It's got the genre, the language, the vibe, and the exact audience. Boom. I make high-energy Sheng Genjatone for Nairobi youth who love street culture and party vibes. Anyone who reads that knows instantly who you are and what you're about. That's your foundation.
Okay, so you've locked in your identity. You know who you are. Now it's time to build your content engine. Because here's the thing about Kenya. Music doesn't just get heard, it gets seen. Your sound explodes visually, and it happens first on places like TikTok and Reels.
Let me just repeat that, because it is the most important rule of this whole phase. Your videos, they aren't just ads for your song. They are the product. The visual is what gets people hooked and makes them go looking for the audio, not the other way around.
So, how do you actually do it? Well, there's a formula, and it's a high output game. We're talking 2 to 3 short videos every single day. And those first 3 seconds, man, that's everything. You need a hook, a beat drop, a killer line, a dance move, and the content has to feel real, you know? Get those dance crews, those matatu shots, those reactions from people on the street. That's what connects.
And when it's time to actually drop the song, this is where so many artists mess up. You don't just blast it everywhere at once. No. There's a specific order. First, you build that hype with TikTok teasers. Then, and this is key, on release day, you reward your biggest fans by sending it to them first on WhatsApp. That's how you build loyalty. Then it goes public. And notice, Spotify, it's the last step, not the first. That's on purpose. This right here brings us to the most powerful idea in this whole playbook. We've talked about getting attention, but now we're talking about turning that attention into a real asset. This is about building your community. This is about building your own personal gold mine.
Yep, here it is again. I'm going to say it plain and simple. WhatsApp is your gold mine. It is not just another social media account you have to post on. It's the central hub of your business. It is your direct line to your biggest supporters, and it's where you are going to make real money.
And I know what you're probably thinking right now. Seriously? WhatsApp? More valuable than Instagram with its millions of users? It sounds kind of crazy, right? So how on earth does that actually work? Why is a simple messaging app the key?
The answer comes down to one simple, beautiful thing. There is no algorithm. On other platforms, you're just hoping the algorithm shows your post to your fans. On WhatsApp, your message gets delivered, period. You can give your top fans early access. You can announce a show and sell tickets directly to them before anyone else. This is how you build an army.
Okay, so let's put it all together. You've built your brand, your content is popping off on TikTok, you're building your true fan community on WhatsApp, so where's the money? Let's connect the dots and see how all this buzz turns into actual bank.
Here's what it looks like in cold, hard numbers. As you can see, shows and bookings are the absolute backbone of your income.
That's where the biggest potential is. Brand deals are a major source too, and then you have direct sales for things like features. This is how it really works.
Whoa, okay, let's just pause on that number for a second. Over 300,000 Kenyan shillings from a single event. That's not a fantasy. That is the real financial ceiling you can hit when you stop just chasing streams and start building your brand the right way with this system.
This chart makes it crystal clear. Where's the money coming from? It's not streaming royalties, that's for sure. Look at that massive piece of the pie. Almost half of all income comes from live shows. Another quarter from brand deals. Your business as a Kenyan artist is built on the stage, not on a playlist.
So let's wrap this all up with the final rules of the playbook. If you forget everything else, remember these 3 things. Consistency beats talent. The streets matter more than streams at the start. And maybe the most important one, Kenya rewards relatability. Just be real, be consistent, and connect with people on the ground.
So there you have it, a clear, actionable blueprint, tested and proven on the streets of Kenya. The question isn't, how do I make it anymore? The question is, right there, you have the plan.